Do you want to be the coolest person streaming Mugen? No longer having just like 9 character slots, maybe even more levels? I'm gonna show you how to do that in this video right here.
Release the KraKen!
So it's actually really easy. Legitimately, the very first thing you want to do is find out what Mugen is.
Yeah!
Mugen is basically Street Fighter on computer that is completely fan-based, okay? You can get characters like Naruto to DBZ to My Little Pony, SpongeBob, pretty much anything you want. But you need to figure out how you're going to actually incorporate those characters into the game itself. Here's where it gets easy. First thing you're going to do, you're going to head on over to the website. I'm going to have all the links of any website that I go to down in the description below. This is where you can download it. Doesn't matter where you get. Just make sure it's version 1.1 at the very minimum. There might be other ones. That's all I do. So just download it. Super easy. When you have it downloaded, you're going to have a folder that looks like this. Or once you've installed it, I should say. That'll be the folder that you're going to have set up. I'm going to explain more about that in a few moments. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to head over to Moogan Archive. That's just a website that I use. You can search up if you know what you're looking for. Let's say you want to have a very specific Goku. So we're going to do a search. I'm a DBZ fan. What can I say? Keywords, I'm just going to type out Goku and to hit search. What it's going to do is it's going to search anything that's named Goku somehow. Now, obviously, in Naruto, there's Son Goku. But there could be stages and characters. Actually, there's a lot of stages here. By default, I think you get like 3 stages or 2 stages. It's not a whole lot. What you can also do, though, is if you just searched up Goku Mugen characters or character download, one of the first things that will pop up is going to be Mugen anyways. Moogan Archive is what I should say. Now here you're going to see a little breakdown of it. Cool. Let's see what Dragon Ball 3D looks like. I don't know if you can download these. You might have to be a member for X amount of time. These look sick, though. What the heck? Let's pick on cooler, because that would be just sick. What you're going to do, you're going to hit download. Obviously, make sure you have an account, okay? Once it's done, I'm going to show you how to add this character into the game itself. So, with your folder open of Mugen itself, all characters go into the characters folder, or the chars
just
folder.
As I thought.
Just drag and drop, super simple. But whenever you add a character, it's a little bit more involved in that. Not by much. Let me just show you. I'm going to go into the folder, and I'm looking for the character name that says def file, DEF file. All I'm going to do, I'm going to right-click and hit rename, and then on the keyboard do Control-C. This way I have the exact way it's spelt out. If there's uppercases, underscores, spaces, unique symbols, you must have those. Now, there's one other folder that we need to go into, and it's the data folder. Now, down below, you're going to look for select.def. Again, I'll have the names pop up somewhere on the screen. Open it up with whatever notepad or WordPad you want. Super easy. All you're going to do is you're going to keep scrolling down until you see where it says insert your characters below. Now, by default, you're only going to have the one character. This is where it gets really easy. I have them in a specific order just because I've grouped them together and I've been adding more and more as time goes. I'm going to add it not at the very bottom. Anytime that you have a character that doesn't work, you can use that little like colon or semicolon symbol. I'm just going to do Control V. And that is how I get the character added. Done. It's literally that easy. But you don't want to have just 9 characters.
Nope.
I think you want to actually take it to the next level.
Yeah!
I'm going to show you how to get more than just 9 characters. So, inside the Mugen folder itself, you're going to go back to data, or data. You're going to scroll down to Mugen CFG, the config file. You're going to open it in Notepad. Now, what you're doing in here, you're looking for one that says motif equals. Here we go. It's actually in the very first section here. So just above all these little symbols down here. And you're going to make sure that it's selected on big. Now what this is telling it is, let me just show you the path. It says we must go to data folder, look for the big folder, and then look for the system.def file. Let's actually follow that. So we're in Mugen, we're going to go data, big, and the system.def. Good thing is there's only 2 files in here, so it's kind of hard to mess this one up.
You lie!
Now what this is telling it to do is to use a larger grid. This will get you 60 character slots. But if you're anything like me, 60 characters is not enough. So all you're going to do is you are going to look for the character slot section in here. So you'll see here, character selection definition. Now, if you're scrolling through it, if you go halfway down, you can barely see it just right here. I'll use my thumb. Just right there. You're going to bring it up just a bit further. It's about 30% in, give or take. You'll see character selection definition. You can even just search for that. Now what you're doing is you want to look for rows and columns. I find that the maximum amount of rows should be 10. And I'll explain why in a moment. Columns, less than 15 is better, because it's actually going to be squishing the characters in a lot. If I quickly load up Mugen, sorry if it's going to be super loud. I do not control the loudness. Maybe I do, but I'm not going to take the blame for it. Let's load the game up and show you how it goes. This is where the fun part happens, by the way. So I always just do watch because it's fun to just do auto battles. And there's all the character slots we have. Now what's very interesting is I added 2 characters and they're not actually showing up. I'm gonna have to find out why. They might just not have the artwork down here. Yeah, see, so coolers. So the Kakashi one I added literally a few moments before making this video didn't work. I can't select it, but cooler I can. And just to prove it, I'll just choose Hyper Jackson, doesn't matter. But we will see cooler versus Hyper Jackson right there. Now, the reason I say you do not want to do more than 15 across and 10 up and down, the moment you do an extra 1 down below, it's actually going to mess up with the grid of it. And even still, some of them aren't in perfect. 10 by 10 is perfect. Honestly, hands down the best. 100 characters should be enough. There's certain characters in here I wish I didn't have because they're broken. Both either way too powerful or too weak. And that's kind of where the fun comes into this. So on stream, I do auto battles with this. In chat, you do !roll. It'll tell me how many across and how many up and down. So if you get like, say, 5 and 6 as an example, I'd go all the way to the beginning. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if it was 5 down, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd be having Shiki as our first. !roll tells us another one. Very simple stuff. Again, I'm going to show that file again because that kind of gets confusing. So to add more than just the base 9 by 9 or 3 by 3 grid, first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up the data and you're going to go to the Mugen CFG file. Maximize it, doesn't really matter. In the first section here, where it says data or motif equals data/big/system_def, it's not going to say that by default. It'll probably say data/Mugen./system. Change it to big. Then, under the data folder, under the big folder, you're going to open up the system.def, which again, we had open already right here. And you're just going to look for the character selection definition. All you're going to do is set it to whatever grid line you want. Now, if you get really crazy with this, you can change the size of the cells. So you could do like a 50 by 50 grid. Don't do it, please don't. Nobody needs that many characters, okay? But it's honestly that easy. Adding a stage is just as easy. You know what? Let's do it right now. I believe when we did the search... Yeah, let's add this stage. Why not? I have no idea what stage this is. I'm going to show you how easy it is to add a stage. Because this is where the fun starts to happen. No one likes just 1, 2, or 3 stages. You want to see multiple. So, we're going to copy all or select it all in our Mugen folder. Let's go all the way back to Mugen. We're going to go into the stages section. Pretty simple stuff. We're going to have all of them highlighted and drag and drop. But, very key, you look for the one that's .def. If you don't look for this, you're not adding the stage. So all you got to do, right click on that, go rename and just do that trick, if you will. Control C. And in the Mugen folder itself, you are just going to do data, select, just like we were doing with adding in the characters, this is where you're going to add in the stages as well. So the first section is all the characters. Second selection here is all the stages. So you're just going to type stages / do Control V. You added a character, or sorry, a stage. So we've added a character. Let's do it this way. We've added a character. We've added a stage. We showed you where to get the characters. We showed you where to get the game. I even showed you how to make it so you can have more than that 3x3 puny grid. I think you're ready now to take this to the next step. I want to see you stream it. If you stream Mugen, please, in the comment section down below, add it in there. I want to see your Twitch link or YouTube, wherever you stream. I want to see it. I want to tune in. I want to see how you do it. Maybe you don't do auto battling. Maybe you actually do the battling and go up against impossible characters to beat. That could be a fun series too. But I want to hear from you. So please tell me down below. Also, I do stream over on Twitch. I mean, most people who have actually watched my videos here already know that. That's where I have my bigger following. Super easy. I want to do more videos like this. I don't want them to be super long. I just want them to be informative and get the point across. And maybe we'll do another one showing you how to tweak even more. But I think this is a good baseline. Well, as usual, you know how we end this off. Just like that.